The Earth's climate is rising significantly, and there are several warning signals, such as melting permafrost and receding glaciers, all around us. There is no denying that the Earth's temperature is rapidly warming, which is having a disastrous effect on humans, animals, and plants. And if people don't significantly reduce their greenhouse gas emissions, and quickly, we might be heading for an even darker future. Here are the top 10 indications for 2022 that Earth's climate is out of control, ranging from zombie viruses emerging to polar bears dumpster diving. Number 1. Sea levels rising. Sea level rise is one of the scariest and best-known indicators of a chaotic climate. By 2050, scientists predict that U.S. coasts might rise an average of 12 inches, 30 centimeters. As a result of the East Coast's greater average rate of sea level rise than the West Coast, low-lying eastern cities may face serious difficulties. Number 2. Disappearing glaciers. According to UN research, two of the most famous national parks in the United States, Yosemite and Yellowstone, may completely lose their glaciers by 2050. These frozen places supply vital fresh water to nearby populations, so the changes are more than simply attractive photo opportunities. The analysis concluded that if we don't lower our emissions, half of the ice cover on the planet may disappear by the end of the century. Even if we dramatically cut back on emissions, about a third of these glaciers might vanish. Number 3. Climate chaos. Physicists have projected that Earth's climate may become chaotic. In addition to warming the Earth, unchecked greenhouse gas emissions will also increase the chaotic and unpredictable nature of weather patterns. The Earth stabilizes at a new, warmer temperature in the best-case scenario. But in the worst-case scenario, the seasons would vary drastically from year to year and hot and cold spells would occur considerably more frequently than they do now. Number 4. Polar bears eating trash. As a result of a significant loss of their preferred fishing grounds, the sea ice, polar bears are now being forced to eat trash and use diapers. The Arctic monsters are increasingly hunting for food in landfills and waste dumps on the outskirts of towns as there is less stable sea ice to trawl for seals. Some polar bears are being shot as their encounters with humans increase. Number 5. Worse weather. Put off thinking about a far-off future with a chaotic climate. Climate change is already making the weather worse. The hots will get hotter, the colder places will get colder, droughts and flooding will get worse, and hurricanes will have higher wind speeds and more moisture, according to a number of studies. As if that weren't bad enough, they will be more dramatic and unpredictable in the transitions between weather patterns. The only approach to reducing this? Reduce our carbon emissions dramatically. Number 6. A sixth mass extinction. The sixth mass extinction on Earth is rapidly approaching. There have been 5 other occasions in Earth's history when large areas of life have vanished in a few million years. Although the rates of species extinction on our planet do not yet meet the criteria for a mass extinction, we are on the verge of it. Every million years, 5% to 10% of animal species disappear at the background rate of extinction. When 60% of species and 35% of genera disappear, this is considered a major extinction. The ongoing pace of annihilation is expanding yet at the same time inside the typical reach. However, Earth would enter major mass extinction territory once temperatures reach 16.2 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 degrees Celsius, above their current average, which scientists estimate would not occur until 2500. Number 7. Penguin populations are at risk. Climate change is now threatening emperor penguins. The best-dressed birds have been added to the list of threatened species, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has suggested that the Endangered Species Act be used to protect emperor penguins. The same issue that plagues polar bears threatens the largest penguin species: shocking reductions in sea ice. If sea ice loss continues at the current rate, emperor penguin breeding colonies could disappear 2050 by as much as 70%. Number 8. Zombie viruses awake. Permafrost is being used to revive zombie viruses. Many of these ancient microbes have been hidden away in Siberia's frozen ground for tens of thousands of years. However, as the Arctic melts, these viruses are now awakening. Specialists have uncovered 13 infections from Siberia that were reasonable even after hundreds of years in a profound freeze. Could they spread disease? Scientists say that while these particular ones only infect amoebas, their viability raises the possibility that one of these ancient monsters could pose a threat to humans as additional permafrost melts in the region. Number 9. Point of no return. We may be closer than we thought to the climate point of no return. At much lower temperatures than what previous models suggested, the tipping points beyond which the climate begins to irreversibly break down could be reached. There are 16 major tipping points, and several of them are in the danger zone. The ice sheets in West Antarctica and Greenland are melting, Arctic permafrost is melting, tropical coral reefs are dying, and a key ocean current in the Labrador Sea is failing. If Earth's temperature rises 1.5 C, 2.7 F, above pre-industrial levels, all tipping points will be reached. Earth is already 2F, 1.1 C, above that baseline, and it is likely to rise another 3.6 to 5.4 F, 2 to 3 C, before it stabilizes. Number 10. Ginormous glacier at risk. We were under the impression that the Thwaites Glacier, more appropriately dubbed the Doomsday Glacier, was on the verge of collapse. In West Antarctica, Thwaites is a block of ice the size of Florida. Sea levels could rise by 3 to 10 feet, 0.9 to 3 meters, as a result of its complete liquidation. The glacier is hanging on by its fingernails to a bumpy ridge on the seafloor, according to a new map. However, the current rate of warming would predict a much higher rate of melt if it's separated from this ridge. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section. And if you enjoy our content, and never want to miss a video, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.